city where dreams come alive. B-Up's on the mic with that fire in his eyes. From the court to the field, every game, every fight, he's the voice of the struggle under stadium lights. He's seen the highs and the lows, the wins and the pain, every triumph and tear, every loss in the rain. But through it all, he stands tall, never backs down, with a heart full of love for this sports-loving town. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. Every story, every glory, every promise we keep. From the love of the game to the struggles we face, he's the voice of the people in the sacred space. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. Sports talk we
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sports Talk with B. Watts. I'm your host tonight, Bernard Watts. I want to thank all of you for tuning in tonight. Also, want to thank all of you who have been supporting Sports Talk with B. Watts during the week. Appreciate each and one of you. Just want to let you know how much I appreciate each of you. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Whitaker Building Supply, right there in the city of Jackson, Georgia. If you need windows, interior doors, sheetrock, nails, roofing, cabinets, carpet, flooring, anything to do with construction, contact the information that's scrolling at the bottom of the screen. That's Wayne Whitaker at 770-775-2086. And they also deliver. Let them know you heard it right here on Sports Talk with B. Watts. Got a good show lined up for y'all tonight, talking about Coach Prime and the Colorado football team. I want to know, do Coach Prime and the Colorado football team have the best coaching staff in college football so far? Got Greg said it tonight. JR had to take the night off for family business, but me and the original one for Thursday night gonna put on a good show for you all. So if you don't mind, continue to support us by hitting that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed, and hit that bell notification. It'll let you know whenever we go live during the broadcast. All right? All right. Let's see, can we get Greg set it up? And we will do what we do. Okay. Might have to wait on Greg. But anyway, before Greg come up, oh, there he is right there. My dog. Can't hear you.
All right.
All right. What's going on, doctor?
What's going on there?
Shoot, not much, man. Just trying to make it through the day. JR had to do some little family business, say he wasn't going to make it in tonight, so just me and you, the original one.
All right.
Original one. Want to thank everybody who tuned in right now. Mr. Hopkins, William, what's going on? Phyllis, how you doing? Appreciate you for rocking with Miss Selma Johnson. What's going on? Tim, my girl. I love CC. I love CC. I personally want to say a special thanks to you for everything that you do for me over there on my Cash App. Appreciate you. Just want to let you know how much I appreciate you. Love you. Appreciate you. Coach Drake, what's going on? Jeff Fisher just hired as Tennessee State. Wow. That's it, man. Never saw that coming. Tennessee State. You heard about that?
No. So what happened officially with George? Eddie George.
No, George went to another college.
I know the Bears were looking at him for a minute. What college he ended up going
to? Bowling Green, where Urban Meyer came from.
Oh, okay. I know he want to move on up a little bit so he can get his way on up.
Yeah,
he
said Coach Prime. Yeah, he said he had to go talk to Coach Prime and ask him how to do it. So he told him how to do it, and they went on up, man.
Yeah,
that's a blessing, man. That's a blessing for that Tennessee State. That's good. I'm sure.
That's a scary thing.
I'm sure. Yeah, it is. All right, Greg, let's get into the show. I ain't gonna hold you long tonight. About an hour and 15 minutes, if you don't mind. Like I say, Coach Prime is continuing to build his staff, coaching staff. He got Pat Sherman, he got Coach Hart, he got Warren Sapp, he got Robert Livingston, Marshall Falk, and lately he done brought on Byron Leftwich. My question to you is, do you think, in your own opinion, do Colorado have the best coaching staff in college football right now, in your opinion?
I mean, I think that they've already positioned that. I think the bigger thing is going to be like what determines what the best college staff is. Like, what do you look at it as? Like, I think you got to look at the whole picture if you're going to decide that and to really measure. Like, I think the definition of a good college staff has changed because you usually look at a good college staff as somebody like Urban Meyer, Nick Saban, who's been there, like Kirby Smart, we're doing in Georgia, who's been there for a while and they've won some championships. You also look at it before that, it was like, someone who's been doing it for a long time. But I think the new definition is why would the kids want to come play with you in this day and time, in this NIL market and this transfer portal? What's going to really make the people want to come play for you? So I think by far with that measurement, I think they by far have the best staff because at the end of the day, more and more guys, you say, okay, they had to win, they won.
Right.
So more and more guys going to be willing to go play for Colorado, and it's going to be hard to compete. And like I said, that's a scary thing because that was their biggest concern. They never compete with the resources that Coach Prime have. They never will. The relationships that he have and the type of people, we is at the tip of the iceberg. If he want to, he can put a Hall of Famer at every position if he want to. Nobody else can do that. It's an unfair, it's a disadvantage. And they knew that. And that's why they went so hard on him to try to kind of get in his head and hope that he didn't win because they know once he win and he use these resources, he going to get everybody. And it's a different tool. It's a different tool that he has that nobody else has.
Yeah, I agree with you on that 100%. I said that's a tool ain't nobody got. He can add, like you just said. I got to agree with it. He can add another Hall of Fame just about at every position, just like you said. And also, when I was looking over there on X, better known as Twitter, it's a wide receiver jumped in Porter a few hours ago by the name of Serene Brown out of Campbell University, 6'5", 190. Coach Prime jumped right on and made him the offer. Well, he just didn't get no offer from Coach Prime. Then he got he get an offer from a whole lot of coaches, big time school, LSU, Arkansas, Alabama, North Carolina. And he got a video on. He's 6'5", Greg, 190 pounds. I keep trying to tell y'all we need a big wide receiver, even though everybody said that we was good. But this dude here, 30 seconds.
Back here, clean pocket across the middle. Caught by Brown. A foot race. Sincere Brown into the end zone. Touchdown.
Keep my fam, fuck the fam. Need that jam, need that moolah, need that cheese. Big ol' bite, show me that. Everyone call it, I need a lot. Off top, I run the clock to this rapper stop.
Fade. Brown.
Some just know I'm up to something. Y'all be dumping, we be flashing. Y'all let's get back to this money. You gon' ball, but you gon' fall. Hey, just know that part time. So all people turn as I learn, and it's wrong for life. Had to stay
staff you just mentioned about, and can they get the players? If you're a wide receiver and you know you 6'5", and you the tallest player, probably I think Colorado tallest player 6'1", 6'2". If they can pull this off, Greg, what you think about their wide receiver room then? Even though I don't heard your response in the past, but adding a 6'5" wide receiver for two short quarterbacks. K. Salton 6'1", Juju 6 foot.
I mean, I think it just make it a more well-rounded room. I think it's a good ad. There's no loss if they don't get it. I think even he kind of fits the mold of what Hooks supposed to be from Jackson State. You remember when he didn't come that first year?
Right.
And I think he tried to go to, where did he go? I forget what I think he tried to go to Auburn and Ole Miss and all these different places. And I don't know if it was something deeper because Coach Prime did mention that somebody just didn't want to have the grades that they could have came, but they didn't come. I don't know who that was, but he just fits that mold of somebody who can provide some diversity to that room, and I guess especially in the red zone. But the reason why I say it would be no loss is because of the fact that they have some big receivers, some big tight ends this year. One of them who used to be a receiver. So as long as they have a large vertical threat, it may not be on the exterior, but it may be on the interior, or maybe you do put them out there like they did with Big Olsen and your boy down in Miami. You know how sometimes they put them big tight ends out there, receiver. You know, they was known for that, all they big receivers, big tight ends. But we got some big tight ends who are athletic. That's cool because you already have the size there. So I don't think it's a good game, but I don't think it's a loss if they don't get them, honestly, just looking at what they have in the room.
Right. Yeah, I think we need him. I really think we need him. I also saw out today, well, Marion Miller and Draylon Miller, they challenged each other in a race in the 40-yard dash. Now, Marion Miller looked like he about half the grade. He outran him. But, Draylon, they really ain't had that kind of speed.
He used to look like he had some speed in high school, but he hasn't really shown it as much here. But you used to look at his high school film, he used to look like he had some speed. He used to pull away. I was surprised to see that. But I saw his build, I was like, I don't know, he don't look like he that quick when I saw him running drills and stuff on the way here. But look at his feet, he used to pull away when we used to look at him and Cam Michael when they was coming. Like Draylon, like he can pull away, but I looked at his build. He messed around being a running back.
Yeah. That's why I like to see him at.
Yeah, this kind of playing out that backfield, but he's a smart player. I seen saw the little sneak preview of his his receiver rating. They're showing receiver ratings. So I think that Amarion, they just need to slow walking. No, don't rush it. Don't rush the.
He turned that at the end. I don't know if anybody caught it, but I caught it. At the end, he turned the backwards flip. He said, "Oh," I said, "Oh man." I don't know if he felt a little pain or he was off balance or what, but it's at the end of the well off, and I heard it when he turned that flip. Well,
he had a spring. He don't need to rush.
Yeah, I agree. He got all slumming and stuff to get back.
Yeah, think about that happened in December. Well, I mean, when was that? Not December.
That happened in that Kansas State game.
Yeah, that was like October. It's November, December.
It was October?
Yeah, October.
Early part of October?
Yeah, because I was at the game.
You was at that game?
The first week of October. Somewhere around the second week of October.
Okay. All right. Well, Coach Prime, I never got your thought on Byron Leftwich. What it means for the coaching staff and the quarterback room to have a quarterback. I don't know if it's Tyler, but a quarterback coach like Byron Leftwich to be in that room to help Pat Sherman out with the offense.
I think I mean, you got away with not having a quarterback coach for a long time because you had Shador and he had his own personal quarterback coach.
Yeah.
It was counterproductive to bring in a QB coach, and especially when his QB coach went everywhere he went. He was at the games, he was at practice, they traveled together. So you got away with not needing one. But that didn't really benefit the backup quarterbacks, that's what the biggest deficit was. So,
Right.
Of course, it makes sense to bring in a quarterback coach. But, I got a theory. I always got a theory. Not only is he the backup, not only is he the quarterback coach, but he's getting his footing to be the next offensive coordinator. So it's like it's a dual role in my eyes because Coach Prime is not ignorant. Like he's already mentioned that you can't hold on to Sherman for so long. He pretty much gone at the end of this year. And he said the same thing about he don't said it. So one thing about him, he's always getting his backups ready, just like when Sherman came in behind Lewis. So, Leftwich was a Super Bowl winning without a lot of experience at that time. Coordinator.
Yeah.
So he's a QB coach, but he's gonna be another coordinator QB coach. And he's just getting himself warmed up, getting used to it, so he can slide right on in as a coordinator.
That's how I see it too. That's exactly what I said the other night. I say he positioned himself because he said in a well-off meeting 2 days ago, I know I probably won't be able to keep Rob Livingston around as my defensive coordinator. I know this probably his last year. And before that, he said, Pat better head coach. And I'm sure he want to be another again. He probably will if we have the season that we expected. And then in his press conference the next day, he said he got 2 additional new coaches coming. Well, one done showed up as Byron Leftwich. Who do you think the other one will be? I think it's going to be somebody on the defensive side.
I don't know. It's going to be – he say it's going to be a big deal. So, I don't know. I really don't know because he just brought in another defensive line coach. And then he brought in Sapp last year. So, I don't know who else he really could bring in. And this is going to be another linebacker person because Hilo was there. And Hilo went down kind of on the edge. So, whoever it might be another linebacker guy. If it be Ray Lewis, people they're gonna feel a certain kind of way, because you're looking at it ain't gonna be in the secondary. You got Mathis there, you have Livingston there. So the only other place I see that he could see that need extra help that lost help at would be right there in the linebacker court if it's gonna be on the defensive side of the ball.
It could happen, man. Somebody in chat says it's gonna be Hester on the special team. Devin Hester. That's a good possibility. That's a good answer because he already been up there.
I don't know if you need a whole position just for. I know you say he wanted to be better, but do you need a person just for special teams as a returner component of special teams? Because you already put Pollock over special teams, right?
Right.
I think Pollock is over special teams. So it's
you
bring somebody in like that just to help with returns that 90% of them you're not going to get a return.
But I can say nothing real. But I can say, you remember when the NCAA said you can have many coaches you can on the roster? Well, when they said that, they just don't know. That helped Coach Prime. That was in his wheelhouse. He can go get anybody. It could be Terrell Owens, like you say, Ray Lewis, Devin Hester. He can't go wrong.
He can always go get I know he joked with Chad Ochocinco. T.O. been hanging around for the last couple of years. He can always go get those guys. I just don't know. You already got Coach Phillips there. You already have a few receiver coaches already there. So I don't know.
You ain't got what? How many receiver coach he got there? 2?
Yeah.
He got about 12 receivers?
Two that I know
Oh, okay. Wow. That it's gonna be interesting. I think it's gonna be on the defense side anyway, because somebody done hinted to me. Yeah, I think I'm going with Zimmer. Mike Zimmer, who just got released from the Dallas Cowboys on the defensive side, coordinator.
Now that could make sense, because then that means that you finna put him back at coordinator if he wants to be a coordinator, and when
That's where he gonna go. He gonna go when Livingston leaves.
right. So I'm saying it will be somebody to back up Livingston. Is like, now I don't believe it's Ed Reed. The Ed Reed is coaching over here in Atlanta. You know, Ed Reed is over there at Chambly.
Yeah, he gonna. Ed Reed already coach. I think he's gonna be Zimmer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna add any more secondary coaches, because you got Livingston there and Mathis.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be Zimmer, man. I'm gonna hang my hat on Zimmer.
Why you think
it's gonna be somebody
live in that area? Is he from the area? He live in Denver or something like that? Was that him that when we first came, it was like one of the coaches live in the area?
Yeah. And he had a nephew as a analyst.
So if it's convenient, I can see Zimmer doing it, because he just left, and he probably say, well, let me just keep on doing something while I'm back at home. Then yeah, it will make sense for Zimmer to come on.
Yeah. Plus they got to prepare for that transition.
Yeah, he got to
just in case Livingston leaves.
Saying Sean Lewis is gone. I'm not Sean Lewis. Livingston is gone. He already said
Robert Livingston.
Yeah, he's already saying that.
Yeah. He already saying he's saying that. Also in the news, I saw Coach Prime over there on X told a NFL Network analyst, Bucky Brooks, that they have been in communication with Syracuse, Fran Brown, for their spring ball game. What you think of that? Is it a lot of red taping to get something like that going? Don't they got to have?
I don't know about red
from
tape,
the CWA?
I would think it would be more preparation. I mean, you got to think about it. Like, you got these little few practices. I mean, spring game really literally around the corner. I mean, they're gonna go on their little break or whatever, and then they're gonna come back, have a couple weeks of practice, and then you go to the spring game like mid-April. So it's like, I would think if you planning something like that, it would be planned. You got logistics, because you want them to practice a few days too. They're not just coming just for the game. So then you got to worry about where all these folks gonna stay, all of that. They're gonna practice with you, they're gonna play a game with you. It's a lot of logistics involved to bring a whole football team. And if you ain't really done that already, it's gonna be hard to put together that quick.
Yeah.
Now, local makes sense. Local makes sense. Like if it was somebody who
Colorado State.
You can't do Colorado State, because I don't think they like each other like that. It would be ideal to do Colorado State because you don't have to play them. But I don't think they like each other like that. And it's too much of a rival to get frisky during the spring. But you can find somebody else maybe within a couple hours or within the state to come and play. And then you won't have to worry about all that whole lodging and travel, especially in the short turnaround time.
Fran Brown, he over there chomping at it, boy. Every time you turn around, he tweeting it. Instagram, X, Facebook.
That would only work if it was like a preseason game or something like that. They need more time. Like if you do it during the summer, but that would be too close to the season, that would make sense. But it's so tight. The time is tight. I mean, you ain't got it together by now. Even outside of the red tape, time is not on their side. The second week.
Come on, Greg. Now, this Coach Prime, you know he already had this in the work. He just ain't just popped up and said, hey, I'm going to do this, work on tomorrow. You don't think Coach Prime already had this in the making?
He better. He's going to try to pull that off. He better.
It
better be literally in the work. They better be packing their bags right now.
Coach Ray got a tweet up there. Here's something in Warren South video. Livingston was down with the D linemen during individual time. So maybe it may be safe. So maybe it'd be a safety guy. Hester played at all times. That would he think it might be Hester. I just don't see him. I'm like you. I don't see him bringing in no somebody just for special team.
Unless he's super part-time. I don't know. I'll be there every day worried about that. I mean, because kickoff, they pretty much killed the kickoff. So they just have punt. And I mean, they got enough there that can work with that. They got enough guys. Coach Prime is still there. He can work with the punt. He's working with the punt. So why would you bring in somebody just for punt? Now, Hester was a receiver too. That's another thing. He was a receiver too.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, he did play it. Yeah, he did do that. Then I forgot all about that. He did do that.
He
when
you punt returner.
Right. So when you're looking at spring, 2 weeks of spring is already in the bag, halfway in the bag. Well, it's in the bag. Tomorrow's Friday. Can you name about 3 players that trending up to you that you don't saw in the spring practice so far that you like?
I can name 3 in the honorable mention. I definitely see Farrakhan. I don't know why, maybe just the well-off clips. I definitely see he's making a lot of noise. I also seen what was that? Before this, last week was RJ Johnson looking pretty good in coverage, real sticky in coverage on the defensive side of the ball. And what is that young edge, Meredith, young edge, coming off the edge over there.
Merritt.
People, Merritt, the IG boy. So, I mean, pretty much across the board. And then I don't know, is it the receiver number 32? Is that Westbrook or somebody? I don't know who that is because I saw some names on the 32. Board. They had some 4s by, and that was one of the names that had a 4 by. But I know he was getting a lot of highlights.
Oh, yeah. That's that little white guy.
No, he's not. I don't think he's white. He definitely looks like one of the new players. I don't think he's white. That's probably.
Straight. Who is number 32? Who is number 32?
32 this year.
I love CC.
It's a receiver. That's his
name.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of.
And that's that white guy. That's that white guy, Greg.
I don't know.
I thought. I announced that yesterday. Number 32 with Taggart.
Okay. Yeah, I just see some people out there who's getting a lot of looks, and well off. You don't know what they're showing. Why he's showing what he's showing, and they can show what they want, and not show what they want.
Yeah, I told you yesterday. I got a text the other day from somebody on the inside of it. Be white. We heard what you were saying, though. Just because we showing them on video, that don't mean that. Now, don't get it twisted. I said, okay.
Because you got a whole.
It's a reason why we showing them on video. Yeah, they pushing the one who they want to push. We know what the internet like. I said, okay. All right.
I've seen a couple clips of Gibson, but I haven't seen a whole lot. But I hear he's doing a whole lot. So it's like, he definitely can show what they want to show. He want to. It's almost like an art. Like he's showing what he want to show at a certain time. Almost like it's symbolic or something. Like he'll just throw a random clip in there, and it's like it's symbolic. Just let y'all know. But I ain't gonna show a whole lot. I'm gonna show you this one clip.
Yeah, that's it. Hey,
like,
when I saw that bad boy, I thought about you. I said, I bet Greg said, I told you. I told B Watts. I bet he hollering. B Watts, I told you.
I already know because
Gibson took that little hitch pass, man.
Was.
Hey, he took that little hitch pass and got up out of there, boy. He made grown men get up on the sideline and say, go.
That's the kind of guy you want to get the ball on that play. That's why I didn't like about last year. You throwing hitches to the wrong guy. You throwing hitches to Will Sheppard. Like throw it only to the people who really twitchy. Even Jimmy. Jimmy is like one directional speed. He's not twitchy and make you miss. And so, Wester, he can make you miss. Travis Hunter should make everybody run into each other. But I'm not comfortable throwing Travis Hunter no hits because I make you go get him. Don't let you line him up, size him up, and hit him. And 2-3 people got him surrounded, and they pull him one way, and he trying to pull away, and he get turned the wrong way or something because he trying to break every tackle. So a guy like this, he built for the hits, he built for the screens, he built for the drag routes. Imagine trying to cover this guy on a drag route. I want to see some drag routes this year. He that little squirt coming across the middle, and the linebacker got to run behind him. He open every time. And I see Juju, and now again, what they showing. I see Juju and Salter, but a lot of Juju, I see a lot of little drag routes. He be them little underneath routes be wide open, and he throwing it. You pay attention to a lot of some of them well off, them little drag routes coming across. He sit back in the pocket, he just dumping underneath. So it looked like they might have a little bit because everybody else was doing it to Colorado. So it's like, at what point do you decide to kind of use your weapon? Because this is gonna be hard to cover a little squirt like that coming across the middle.
It is, man. Especially with the speed he got.
He real slippery. Yeah. And he can change gears in 0.0 seconds. It don't take him long. That boy ain't scored 40 touchdowns by mistake. You give him too much space and too much time, he gone. He gone.
Yeah. I like him and Isaiah Hodge with speed forward, the speed widening. Cam Michael. Cam Michael.
I talked about Hodge last year. Hodge, I'm telling you, when I used to see Hodge.
Hey, he gonna be the star. I did a show last night. Everybody say he gonna be the Travis. He ain't gonna be the Jimmy. He ain't gonna be the Legenda. They said he gonna be the Travis.
But how many times did I say last year about Hodge?
You said.
But the reason why I remember they both had them great jerseys on. And I remember sometimes I'll see Hodge at practice on well off, and he'll make certain movements. I thought it was Travis. And then I see it wasn't 12, it was 17. And I said, I thought that was Travis because they both had the great jerseys on. They both were real petite. And they both moved alike. He just ain't got all the hype and the buzz around him. But that mug mess around and get some confidence up under him. Because we seen what he did in the spring game. A lot of people wrote that away. Oh, the team was falling apart. It was just emergency. It's emergency, whatever. He just, thank God for making us look good on TV, filled in the gap. But I've seen anytime Hodge got in the game last year, whether it was a penalty or some busted play, Hodge take off. They had him at the Wildcat. He took off. Anything, you put him in the backfield, he moves like Travis. And when he run, he can accelerate a lot like how Dylan Edwards did out the backfield. Now Dylan Edwards used to come out the backfield as a running back, little small running back. Hodge looks like that out the backfield. And I feel like, and I'm gonna say it again with my chest, my whole chest, that Hodge was the most underused commodity we had last year. And we were so hyped about Travis, it would have changed the season if we had to use Hodge more. We wasted him.
Yeah, he looking good so far. I think he the wide receiver and stuff I don't see. He's the more productive one right now. And Coach Prime said in the press conference that they moved him off the defensive side so he can concentrate more on the offensive side. Because this kid gonna be special. That's the exact word that he said. And it looked like when you look at it, boy, he ain't dropped down yet.
But he's explosive. He's explosive, and he definitely has an IQ. Because with the ball in his hand, he knows what's wrong. And that's one thing about Travis. Travis, you know, it was you hold your breath when he got the ball. Because he's going to find how to get to the end zone. He's going to make you run into each other. He just knew where to go with the ball in his hand. And that Hodge has some of that ability. It's like he's not just going to run into the DB and let him tackle.
Right.
He's just not going to just be tackled that easy. Yeah, he's small, he light, but he know how to find daylight. And with that kind of speed, if you find daylight and the wrong angle's taken, gone.
Yeah. That's what football all about. If you got no speed, they get the right angle. You get the right angle.
He's smart. Sometimes people catch the ball. He be like, "No, man, you just ran that way. You gone. Why did you run back over there?" Horace is not the type of dude that make a lot of bad decisions with the ball in his hand. I can't say that about everybody.
Right. He's a playmaker, man. That's what he's showing so far. Nah, Coach Prime is out there showing him how to run that slant. And he ran it. And you hear Pat Sherman's in the background. Exactly. That's how to run. That's how to run.
Hard. If he have a good year, he can write himself a check because he got at least one more year.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh,
you see what I'm saying? If he have a breakout year this year, he's gonna come back all conference, Heisman watch list. If he have a year this year, they let him cut loose. He could be Travis next year.
Right now, I think he's gonna be the featured wide receiver right now, from what I see. I think Draylon's slow to me. He was slow last year, and he don't get off that line of scrimmage like I like to see it. But Hard got that okie dokie, boy, that 1-2 step. Yeah. He can get free. Him and Gibson. And Cam Mike.
You get him the ball in space. You just got to know how to use the weapons. I don't say it 100 times. When you got a Gibson, when you got a Hard, that type of speed, and you don't know how to use it, and you got Cam Michael, and you don't know how to use it, and then you got in the backfield. I know you don't like to talk about it. Boom, got the muscle. He the fastest running back so far until Hood can catch up with him. Auguste out the backfield. When you got that kind of speed and you don't use it, I don't want to hear nothing about it. I don't want to hear nothing. That's all I got to say. Because you got what you need. I think in a lot of ways, sometimes they had too much.
Boy, I'll tell you, Greg, that number 7 looking good, bro. Hey, tell y'all. I hate to bust y'all bubble. Dylan Hay looking good.
You gotta have one. Can we not have 2 good running backs? Wouldn't it not be bad?
I don't want to see that. Me and Marshall Faulk don't want to see
that. That's exactly who want to see it. Marshall Faulk. He don't want to be stuck with one running back. Boy get hurt in season. In that case, Charlie looked good. I know y'all love Charlie.
Hey, I keep trying to tell you, he was looking good.
Charlie looked good last year.
To game time.
No.
He looked good in the game.
Charlie read better than the other running backs. He read better. He wasn't running up nobody back. Charlie actually read.
They were letting that number 32 run the ball too.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the one that
I seen him on 2 plays.
Was he at receiver too?
That same one. Yeah. Taggart. He was in the backfield.
What's going on with Hood? How is he looking? Baby Hood.
I haven't seen both on them. Neither one of them out there. They show them in the video. They haven't been out there. Maybe they still injured.
No, Brandon Hood was out. Colton Hood was out there at some point. Unless he just got hurt recently.
He ain't been playing.
I say unless he got hurt recently. And they was talking about him in the press conferences and stuff. He was out there in the beginning.
Oh, that just ain't showing him more?
They ain't showing him. Because him and McKinney's holding it down at the defensive back. But I'm gonna tell you that RJ Johnson looking good.
Yeah. He might be the
we ain't had no
defensive back
in a minute.
I haven't seen Preston Hart.
I haven't seen him either. And I haven't seen. I've been thinking about that. I haven't seen him really. I don't know. Maybe saw him and I haven't really seen him. I guess in their face, I get him mixed up with Farrakhan. They both got that old John Legend looking face. So I know his face well enough. But I don't think he will rush back either. I mean, I don't know if he will rush back out there the same way with Amarion. I think he'll take his time because it's his senior year. He ain't got time to re-injure nothing. on no spring ball. It's almost like NFL. Spring camp, you're not going to be out there on no spring camp.
Yeah. You don't even see Micah either. I don't know if he injured either.
I wouldn't even be worried about them dudes, really. I wouldn't be, because Micah was, you showed me you got to, I'm going to be real with you. You showed me you're kind of injury prone. You know, like you like Jimmy was, like far as pulling hamstrings, knees, and stuff like that, little stuff like that. And then you never fully recover throughout the season because that's something you got to rest. Them guys, I wouldn't even be worried about during the spring because they mess around and tweak something, and then the whole rest of the year they on and off, on and off, on and off. I wouldn't even be worried about it.
So what you been looking at the O-line? I like that Zach Chrysler. I like him.
That's the right tackle?
Yeah. Right guard.
The line just look different, man. I mean, they lean and they big. You know, they not the big boys. They lean. And the guards are stout. The guards, like I've been trying to say for a long time, the guards are stout. You can have them lean tackles, but them guards are stout. They got some stubby guards. Is Yo-Yo playing center? Look like Yo-Yo getting reps at center.
I seen him a couple times at center.
That's what he need to be. You know,
He a big boy, man. Yeah, he a big boy to be.
I mean, he wide, he big. You know, you got to have them reps. You got to get them reps. You need to be repping that guard and center because I know did what's called leave? What's called left, didn't he? Hank.
Who?
Hank left, didn't he?
Who? Yeah, he left.
So you got
they got McGill. They got McGill.
Who?
Like get McGill, Yo-Yo, and Cash Cleveland. Simple.
Yeah. So, you know, you got Cash, and then you got this new one coming in, and I want the guard, I want the center to be as big as possible because that's where they've been blowing it up at. Yeah. We know Yo-Yo.
That was coming from.
It's hard to blow Yo-Yo.
Yeah, he too big, bro. Yeah,
he can absorb it. But our centers used to get blown.
But doing coach's press conference, they all talk highly of Cash Cleveland. He's the lead on the line.
I mean, but he was
Big George said it. The offensive line coach said it.
I mean, for him to play a few games and become freshman All-America, I still don't get it. But I know he has a little past halfway in the season. And boom, he was freshman All-American. So it's his job to lose. I mean, they say he's a great communicator. And he built like a center. He's not the biggest center, but he built like a center. He ain't going to do too much more on that line. So as long as he do what he do, he good. But you always need some strong backups. You don't need to doggone him to get his knee turned and then we screwed.
Yeah.
If anything, we should know from last year, you can't have enough depth at no position.
Yeah. So what do you think we need more depth at now? What position can use more depth?
You probably gonna need to get some more linemen. Because the way they all get hurt up at one time, you probably need a couple more linemen, a few more linemen. And you probably need I don't know, maybe one more big guy in the middle, defensive line. You can get another big Barnes, another big Otis in the middle. Even though I know they like Lightfoot and all those guys. Another big body.
They're too small. Yeah, I like Barnes and big Otis side. Get two more of them guys.
Another big old boy in there that just be big for no reason. Hard to move out the way.
Right.
That kind of stuff.
So the linebacker can see and read.
Well, you know.
What's guy look good at linebacker?
Who?
JB and that number 41, Salter.
41 is Salter. Which
Yeah,
one is French?
he looking good. He running with the
Is
team.
French 37?
Huh?
Is French 37?
Yeah, French 37. Yeah.
They just move. They move like linebackers, man. I ain't really seeing a whole lot, but they just move like linebackers. They move like they finna go mess something up. They move like
you see when they throw that screen pass, how fast they was over there, boy. I said, dog.
They move like some athletes, man. We ain't had no linebacker crew to move like them. They move from the outside to the inside. They coming out the edge. They move like linebackers, man. It's gonna be different. Your linebacker's gonna be able to run some folks down. As long as you can plug that middle, you good.
Yeah.
If they can keep that middle plug,
Coach Ray said we need more help at safety and O-line.
It was hard to watch. Like people just, especially that first year, they just clear you out in the middle. They just clear you out, just wipe the middle out like a whole freight train and just run right up the middle. And they just, it was hard to watch. Last year, okay, Hill Green come up, hit people. That was cool. But just being able to just be athletic enough to get outside with them little wheel routes and stuff like that, the speed. They need more speed. The running backs was taking advantage of the lack of speed in the linebacker room last year. But if you can get another couple guys in that middle, you good.
Yeah.
Because last thing you want is Barnes to go down 1 week, Otis go down the next week. And you like,
nah, they ain't gonna bet it. Nah, that ain't gonna work. They gotta get some more. Yeah, they gotta get some more. Then they can't have that, bro.
You gotta get a couple more.
They can't have that, bro. Yeah,
everybody else,
boy, they can't have that.
All them other tackles is speed and finesse. You look at Matt Neal, you look at Wiggins or whoever else you got, even Top Feet. Them guys is more finesse. They ain't big cloggers. They better go get some of them Somalians. Now you got your Somalians.
When that O line, that was about that D line coach.
You know what I'm saying?
You got some more in.
Yeah.
They built low to the ground. I seen him out there teaching them the guys how to out that D line right there.
But you see how he built though. They like to joke how he built. He compact.
That's the kind we need.
And you see his leverage. Look at his leverage. See, the one thing look at his leverage. They be too high for me. They always talk about pass low, pad level low and all that. But it's like they don't look at his leverage. Straight into the chest. He up on the that's why you can't do nothing with him. They don't play like that.
Right.
You look at a one-on-one
drills. That's a ball. Every time he fouled the ball, he come up high.
But that was his issue last year. I said I had it but duck walk all around the field. You're gonna learn to stay low.
Look how low that dude is.
Stronger legs. Huh?
You need to be in that weight room doing some squats then.
No, this actually the opposite. He's not limber. He's got no flexibility. You see what I'm saying? That's why his squat get better with his flexibility. He ain't getting low because he's stiff. You need to get more flexible. See that guy right there? I bet he's flexible. Look how he got that forward and look how low he is. His center of gravity. I bet you he's flexible. He ain't no stiff guy. And he ain't played no 15 years in the NFL without having, just being real limber, real flexible.
Yeah. You out there putting that work in. George Hilo out there too. He gonna be my surprise, the player that trending is that number 40.
McCoy?
Tajay McCoy.
Yeah, this is year. I mean, this is third year. He
Even though Juju would get them passes off, but he would tag before he got them passes off.
You know, McCoy was doing that last offseason. McCoy, if it wasn't for somebody like BJ Green, even though McCoy was right on his heel, this is McCoy's year.
Yeah.
I mean, I know people talking about Sam Okonola. This is McCoy's year. I mean, he should be that guy off the edge.
I think he started this year. Him and Arden Walker, them gonna be the dynamic duo. I believe.
Them guys there, man. Arden Walker and McCoy.
Yeah.
Hey, they gonna be a little Meredith in there. Yeah, a little Meredith in there.
Then you still got Wade, cause he's still injured. He hadn't been practicing. He injured. He come back.
How he? And Okonola better watch himself, or he'd be like his boy Hayes last year. Hayes hit that, and he ain't make it back. Cause them boys got the plan.
Coach Prime telling me, hey, we can't use you no more. They go get somebody else. We can't use you if you're injured.
The boys gonna come in. I don't know what kind of injury he got. Like, it's probably not nothing major because they just started practicing. But Wade, I'm concerned about. Like, what does he keep getting injured about? He missed almost the whole season last year, and then he come back. Spring just started, and he hurt again. I don't want him to keep getting hurt. Like, what is he hurting?
I don't know. He just ain't practiced yet.
Maybe he one of them ones that just don't need to rush back. Whatever he had going on. But I know he played the rest of the season.
Yeah, he played at the end of the season.
Unless he re-injured something coming back.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I like Arden Walker. I like Arden Walker, and I do like McCoy. I like the way they're playing. Now,
you got a lot of edges.
The two players probably and the two players that bagging them up right now on the second team is London Merritt and them IMG boys.
McPherson. Yeah, that's who need to be backing them up. Because they the future of the school. That's that crew with Juju. That's what they got. They're gonna have them boys. They're gonna have them little young freshman linemen like who's this? Is it Gibson? Is it Gibson one of the linemen too?
Who?
What was my Gooden at guard?
Gooden.
You got people like that. Those young linemen. Those young edge rushers, then you got them young linebackers you just brought in. They are the future of Colorado. That's why they need to keep recruiting.
They look good. They're going to be looking good in 2 more years.
That's why they got to keep recruiting them young boys. You know, keep recruiting the high school boys. Why they got a leg up? Because, you know, usually I ain't wasting my picks on those young boys because I need to fill in guys right now. Well, now you got your right now guys in there. While we talking about who we going to bring in? Bring in them young boys now. So they can go ahead and be ready to fill in when these boys leave.
Yep, I think that's his blueprint, Greg. I think he just called it out.
Yeah, because he don't need to bring in no more Porter guys necessarily, other than just like I say, in that middle of that defensive line, it maybe use some Porter for that. But you don't have to use a lot of Porter because you don't need a lot of more receivers. You don't. I mean, you got some secondary. You want to bring another secondary piece, but you don't need a whole lot. Don't need a whole lot in the linebacker room. Maybe you get another lineman, offensive lineman or two, just to be safe. But even with them, I want them young. I want somebody like who only been in college a year or two. I don't want to go get no senior who gonna be over here tripping because he ain't playing. You know, you get somebody who can develop.
Right. Coach Dre said Gooden going to play Seaton position.
Gonna play. See them believe. But a lot of people gonna play because you know the injury is gonna happen. It's like we send all these hamstrings now. Hamstrings, knees, ankles, shoulders. You got all that stuff gonna happen.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long testing season, man.
And you don't want to have a lack of depth where you get to the point where when that stuff do happen, you sit around looking crazy like, oh, shucks. We got one more game until the end of the season and we're trying to go to the conference and the guy out for the rest of the season. He questionable like we was with Shane Coates and all them coming back at the end of the season. You don't want to be in that situation.
No, you don't want that. No, I don't want to see that, man. So when it comes to that running back room, you still hanging your hat on IA?
You got your guy. I gave it to you. I gave you guy. You gonna have 2 running backs. Really 3. We're gonna see who come in behind. If it's Welch or whatever,
I just want to make sure I'm clear now.
You're gonna need 3 running backs. You think your running backs, they wouldn't even healthy the whole last year. You know the running back's gonna get hurt. Every last one of your running backs got hurt last year that played. Except Charlie. And Charlie had already got his hurt for the spring.
Coach Dre, he ride with.
Coach Dre ride with
IA. I'm going.
Hayden was hurt last year. Welch was hurt last year. You're gonna need 3 to 4 running backs at all times. And that's without running the ball. Y'all say y'all want to run the ball more. That give you more chance to get hurt.
They gonna run it all right, but they ain't gonna be with them running back. Y'all gonna find out the hard way. You gonna see.
You gonna put our quarterback at risk. You gonna put the quarterback at risk. That's what you saying.
He just gonna be able to get out of harm's way when that line ain't blocking. When your wide receivers can't get off the line of scrimmage, he gonna take care of it. He don't show you gonna do that.
But I ain't talking about scrambling. I'm talking about design runs. You gonna think all the design.
That's what you want to do.
You want the quarterback to do all the design runs. No, you want your running back to be the design runs.
It's up to that. No, it's up to your defense who run that ball. If that defensive end come down.
But I ain't talking about just your.
They run an RPO offense though, Greg.
Yeah, but I'm talking about
you ain't seen no sweep.
We gonna have some straight run. We gonna have some straight runs. Gotta have some straight runs.
Okay,
then. Gotta be some straight runs. We learned that last year. You do not want to do an RPO for every darn time you run the ball. Some of it needs to be straight runs. So that you know who getting the ball. And they not learned that already from the last couple of years. You do not want to totally put it in a QB hand. Some stuff just needs to be handed off on 3.
I agree.
So
they got
you got that.
I just remember that transfer portal open up April 15th for 10 days.
Man, please. There's no way I ain't transfer.
Yeah.
I don't know why you trying to lean out the running back room. Who you leaning it out for?
Man, let me tell y'all something.
You know Hayden
Sam gonna play. Sam gonna play a lot.
He get hurt every season.
It don't got built up, but Sam gonna play a lot. And Hood gonna play a lot.
But he got hurt though. He gets hurt. Hayden gets hurt. All of them get hurt. So why we want to lean out the running back room? We're gonna have 32 back down the backfield. I don't know what B.
Tell him, little bucket.
I don't know what B-Watt's trying to do.
I ain't trying. I'm just telling you how the offense gonna go. Y'all kept telling me all during the fall, we're gonna run some new plays. If you look at Colorado right now, they run the same play.
Man, Salter played Kennesaw State last year, man. He was not playing Kansas. He was not playing this different kind of competition.
Different kind of competition. But Juju was playing high school.
And he ain't finna come run the ball either. He gonna throw it. Or hand it off. Or hand it off.
Ain't playing.
Who?
Juju can run the ball? Can't none run it.
Juju can run the ball. That's just he know he want longevity. He ain't trying to get beat up.
Yeah, okay then.
And Salter, I don't know, he want to get beat up either. He want to finish his season. One thing you want to do, you want to element of surprise.
That's not
element of surprise. You don't want him to know you finna run it. Element of surprise.
All I know, he finna turn up and get off on this Big 12.
He is. But
when you look at the tight ends, Greg, I think they need one more. So Smalls out there playing. He playing a lot right now. Yeah, it looks like he's starting. It looks like he's starting, man.
They be doing that loyalty stuff.
Every time I see him, he out there with Barnes, bro.
But it's loyalty. It's his position to lose. Ben starting too. That's what I hear.
Yeah, hey, he is.
Okay.
He out there.
Okay. So what that mean? Hayden started too. What that mean?
All right.
Okay. Everybody starting right now. Charlie could be starting. Charlie was starting last year.
I wouldn't be surprised he started this year. I would.
You like Charlie?
Huh?
You like Charlie?
Yeah, I like Charlie, but I know Coach Prime.
Is he better than Hayden?
No. What a lot. All right. Go back to the linebacker group last year. Was that linebacker better than he agreed when he started the first two games?
It's about that linebacker. That linebacker.
Yeah, that he started.
That one over there?
Yeah, that linebacker.
Oh.
He started, man.
Yeah, that loyalty, man.
Oh, man.
All right, now.
That loyalty get you along, boy.
Go out there playing with Georgia Tech.
You can't play with Georgia Tech now.
Not gonna rumbling bees.
Hey, you better tell him, Nayo. Nayo, you better tell him. I done seen it.
Yeah, he almost gave the game to doggone single-handed in North Dakota State. Trevor Wood. I don't know.
Yeah, you right. Rolling with them. We're trying to win the Big 12 this year. I don't care who play, man. It don't matter who starts me, especially on that defensive line. They can throw anybody out there.
That's
Two
what
out
Sap
there
say.
started off.
That's what Sap say.
I think they deep, man. Yeah. Hey, Kevin Dre, yeah. Hey. See, y'all don't like it when it turn back on you, Coach Dre.
What you turn back?
I turn that thing back on you. The rabbit got the gun. Yeah. I'm turning back on you. You know what I'm talking about. But look, Greg, you been watching Georgia Tech. They lost a lot of players, man.
Yeah. They lost a lot of players. They lost Singleton. That was their main boy.
Singleton went to what? Florida or Florida State?
I'm way over the SEC.
And they still got that quarterback that can run, though. My question is really for Colorado. It ain't the quarterback position. It ain't K-Salt. It ain't Juju. My question is, can we tackle a big running back late in October and November?
Do you really want to get into this conversation?
Let's go. I got 10 more minutes. Let's ride. That's our problem last year. That's why we lost 3 games.
I've been talking about lately because
I've been missing.
Huh?
I've been missing. What you been saying? I've been missing.
Well, my thing is this.
I'll be in church.
They refuse to do tackling at practice, right? They refuse to do tackling.
They said that yesterday.
Huh?
They killed me in the chat. Said Coach Prime don't want them to get hurt. They need to at least take them to the ground at least once a week.
At least once a week. Oklahoma drills. Is you don't want to? You ain't got to each other. You got to get used to taking people to the ground. They lost last year because they touched people, they tag them off, but they weren't able to take them to the ground. So it wasn't that.
Now, Miss Foster, she agreeing with me. If we stop that third and
don't count in the game.
I know it though, man.
In the game, they professional thudders. They know how to thud, but when you go against Kansas and he run through 5 thuds for 3rd and 8, you get them 3rd and 8 and can't stop the run. 4th and 2, can't stop the run because you can't tackle. That's a fundamental. You learned that back in Little League. That's the first thing they teach y'all to do, tackle. Where to put your head. Head on the outside. Now they say head on the inside. But it's like, if you don't take them down, it almost doesn't count. It's a song. Brandon say almost doesn't count. Just because we watched them in Kansas. Y'all know y'all talked about how big Kansas line. That was cute. They line big. No, they line one bit. All them boys were getting in the backfield. Wester was in the backfield. McNeil was in the backfield. Even Sid McCray. They get backfield. Pow! The man run through 4-5 people. Shiloh have to drag him down, and he looking crazy. He shouldn't even get Shiloh. He done broke 4-5 tackles. Same thing with Kansas State. Kansas State running back with breaking tackles. They would like tagging off at practice. They gotta get used to tackling. If you're not used to tackling, it's hard to do. You tackling another grown man who been in the weight room just like you. He ain't going down that easy. If you're not used to what it take to take a man down, you hit him no matter. They gotta learn. They gotta go back to the old school Oklahoma drills. One man on this side on his back, the other man on this side of the back, head to head, get up, beep, hit. I ain't never seen nobody get hurt doing those drills.
Greg, I said the same thing, bro, yesterday. I ain't know you had talked about it.
Don't get hurt in those drills. You don't get hurt. You know where you gonna get hurt? When you doggone going out there half speed. That when I got my fibula fractured.
Well, I got my ankle broke, slowing down when I was going to the sideline.
I got 7-on-7.
Right on up in that field.
That boy hit me right in my leg while I'm up there going through the motion. 7-on-7. I ain't never got hurt going 100 miles per hour. Anytime I got hurt was in a some kind of partial thing. Thudding to get you hurt. Because if you try to slow down and try to figure out how you gonna hit them, you can mess around and if the guy that you about to hit, if he's still going full speed and you slowing up, y'all ain't on the same page, he hit you right in your collarbone or something right up on your chin because you trying to be nice. Go ahead and hit him. You got pads on. Plus, you got to learn how to hit. You got to learn how to not hit with your head. What, you going to find that out in the game? In the game, you just going to miraculously know how to tackle without hitting your head, without getting kicked out the game, targeted, because you don't practice hitting. Running backs don't get took down to the ground. Then you say, hey, well, we don't want to take them down to the ground. I ain't never seen a running back get hurt from getting took to the ground. He got hurt from a horse collar or something like that, or somebody pulling on you, twisting you after the play, not just from just a regular tackle. So they got to get used to getting hit too. They got to know what it's like to break a tackle too.
Yeah,
practice, man.
Yeah. TM, how do you feel about Serena and Brown? Yeah, we just talked about that in the first segment. I think we need him. We need him and one more. I just showed the videos in the first part.
And I'm going to tell you something else, B.Y.
We need that wide receiver. I hope Prime them get him. They just offered him about 3 hours ago.
I'm going to tell you another reason why they got to practice down, because these kids just come out of high school. They not pros. See, you forget, you still these kids just came out of high school. You can't assume they've been taught. Like everybody hasn't been taught the fundamentals. Like some guys just bigger and stronger than everybody. That's why you coaching now. That's why you still doing DB drills. How do you do DB drills, run passing drills, the offensive line blocking drills, but nobody doing tackling drills? But y'all practice running routes every day. Y'all practice, handoffs. Y'all practice everything but how to tackle. And then you wonder why you lose because you can't tackle. You out there arm tackling. I kept trying to figure out why they keep arm tackling. Because that's part of reaching. They're not used to putting their shoulder pads on you.
Yeah, they got to do that, Greg, at least once a week, man. They probably ain't got to do it now, but when they come back off that break, and they got to get them guys used to being hit.
Look here. I know somebody watching, they're going to send you a text message. Tell them when you get the text message, hey, man, y'all get Oklahoma drill. Nobody get hurt in Oklahoma drill. Coach Dre, I know they do Oklahoma drill high school. You do not get hurt in the Oklahoma drill.
Let's see. Hey, Coach Dre. Coach Dre, do y'all high school team practice hitting players to the ground?
They only get
Oklahoma drill. Oh, y'all. Yeah, I think Coach Prime them trying to practice like the NFL do.
Yeah, but NFL grown men, these boys out of high school, they still got some stuff going on. They still got some fundamentals they got to learn. They still learning and developing, and they need to refresh and touch up on certain skills. You're not in the NFL where you don't play 10 years. And, you know, popsicle drill ain't going to do it. Because I'm telling you, popsicle drill don't move. That popsicle don't move. That boy with that ball, he going to cut back. He going to spin. He going to stiff arm you. How do you learn how to tackle a stiff arm? You might talk about that last year, how to tackle a stiff arm. How do you learn how to do that? I tell you, they trying to tackle through the stiff arm. Grab the arm. Grab the arm. He got one arm left, and they're holding the ball. What can he do? What can he do but let go of that ball or eat dirt? But see, that comes from experience. They trying to tackle through the stiff arm. They reaching it. ESPN. How you let somebody with one arm? He got a football in his arm. He got one arm, and you finna stiff arm me with that arm? I'm gonna get that arm, and your light gonna flash before your eyes. Because I'm finna do one or two things with your arm. I'm either gonna pull you in and take your head off, or I'm gonna take your arm and slingshot you face first into that ground. And you have no way of stopping it as you let go of that ball.
Coach Ray said, yeah, they do it. They call it Bloody Tuesday. Every Tuesday to Tuesday.
It ain't even gotta be brutal. It's just that it needs to be tackling drills.
Right.
The linebackers need to be over there doing tackling drills with the running backs. Not thudding.
I think they did. I seen Coach Hart.
I'm not talking about thudding. You do that for warm-ups. You thud up for warm-ups, up so you get your head on. But I'm talking about actually get dirty. Y'all ain't got to be 20 yards apart. They need to get used to somebody resisting them while they tackle. Because he ain't gonna let you tackle him. You hit him hard. That don't count. That don't count. You hit him hard. Boom. And he just throw you off of him. That ain't helping.
Yeah. We got about 3 more minutes, Greg. I want to talk to you about the Big 12 Pro Day. What you think about Will Sheppard? 4.59 and BJ Green 4.70 and Block Bully. I don't know what he was running. He shouldn't even ran.
He ran a 10.
Yeah. What do you think about that, big dog?
Hey man, I don't know. I used to be you probably like I used to be a company back in the day I used to deal with, and they used to teach speed training, and that was right before COVID. And I learned a lot about some stuff that really, really determine your speed and your injuries, like your how to properly warm up. And I just feel like a lot of these guys, it ain't just a combine thing, even though that company did do combine training too. But these guys got to learn how to run. They don't know how to run. I watch people train in track and don't know how to run. I'm like, you a whole track coach and you ain't teaching them how to run. They just flailing. They're running like girls. They flailing. And I'm like, that's got to be part of something. Like, I think Swayze, he do some of that because I know he working with Shiloh. But these boys got to learn how to run. Like, they overexerting. They don't have no fundamentals. It's a lot of things that I see. Like I don't know, man. I watching Will Sheppard run. I'm like, boy, he started the windmill. So they just got to put in some more. They got to be more well-rounded. Even though he's not really a speed guy. And, I mean, he has his film. But I tell you this, if he had ran a 4.5, he would have helped himself out.
Who that?
Will Sheppard.
He ran a 4.59.
Yeah, but I'm saying if he ran a 4.5 or below, it would have been
below.
Like, oh. And I know everything's a fraction of a time. That's why you know it's technique. Like, how do you got all them guys come up there run 4.58, 4.59, 4.6, 4.5? How everybody run the same time and everybody windmilling? You looking at how they come out the blocks. As you can tell, they are not trained runners. These are guys who don't play football all the way through college, and they ain't taking some out. Like you see Travis, you see high speed changed.
Yeah.
You notice the difference, and Travis had good speed and he played it down. Like, I don't have no speed, I'm slow. But he was running past people his freshman, the first year at Colorado, because he never been slow. But man, you could tell that speed work he been doing, it looked different this year. Because that's when you put in that work on the technique. And these guys got to do that.
Yeah.
And it leads to more injuries too. If you don't properly know how to run.
All right, great. That's all I got for tonight. Good show. Right. I agree with you. Get your last word, man. We out of here. I appreciate you tonight, man. It's a good show.
Well, I'm here with Mr. B.Y. Greg said it. Wonderful Thursday. Appreciate y'all coming through. Y'all go ahead and check me out there, YouTube primarily, even though I'm a little bit on Facebook, Twitter, and all that good stuff, Instagram. And we'll be on live Sundays. Just a little bit, kind of finishing up the week and a couple videos throughout the week. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe.
All right. Y'all don't mind, go over there and subscribe to Greg Said It. Greg got that black blaze on tonight, looking good.
It's actually Navy, It's Navy. It's actually Navy, but
But you ain't in the light like you used to be.
In the light?
Yeah, you used to be in the light.
Let me see.
The light on.
Let me do that thing right there.
Okay, now blue. Y'all look at Greg.
I want to match your background. I want your background had a little, so I wanted to kind of like,
my little dog too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I want to kind of.
I gotta get me another light, man. That light thing don't do that good. I gotta get me another. Look at Greg. Yeah. After a while, you gonna come on here with a gold chain. Gonna be hanging out with Shadur.
I'm gonna have me a gold jacket.
Okay. Greg said he got gold jacket. All right, big dog, man. I appreciate you tonight. Appreciate everybody for rocking with us tonight. We appreciate y'all. Appreciate you for sure. TM, the sponsors that tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show. Looking forward to hearing back from you. Yes, we do. All right, Doc. I'm out of here, man. You have a good night and a good week, man. I'll be touching. I'm sure we'll be texting and talking for this week out.
All right, y'all have a good one.
All right, B-Dog. All right. I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. That was Greg Said It. Sports Talk with B. Watts coming live to you. I'm going to end the show playing this wide receiver. Once again, that Coach Prime made an offer to. That's Saran Brown, 6'5", 190 pounds. From Campbellton, U.
Clean pocket across the middle. Caught by Brown. A foot race. Brown. Into the end zone. Touchdown.
Keep my fam, fuck the fam. Need that 10, need that moolah, need that cheese. Big ol' bite, show me that. Everyone call it, I need a lot. Off top, I run the clock to the trap and stop.
Fade. Brown.
Some just know I'm up to something. Y'all be dumping, we be flashing. Y'all let's get back to this money. You gon' ball, but you gon' fall. Ain't just know that part time. So all people turn as I learn. And it's wrong for life, but I had to stay down. Had to get myself took with it, man. I prayed for it.
Man, you know I'm ready, my boy. It's time to lead this team to that Big 12 championship, my boy.
K-Shark gonna do a lot of good things for this program, man. Y'all sure.
What makes him special?
The simplicity that he sees the game and he don't get bored. If the flat route is there, he's going to take it. If number one's open in the progression, he's going to take it 100% of the time. And when you do that, when he's not there, that forces you to get to your second guy in the progression, then the third guy. So I'm always getting to the right guy. So mistakes are not happening because I'm never guessing. I'm going off the progression. I'm doing this and this and this and this. He's gonna do this and this and this and this, and the open guy gets the ball. That's what's the simplicity in the way that he plays the game and the way that he sees the game. Obviously, he's intense. I've never seen nobody prepare like this. And I'm not even talking about, I'm talking about from a physical standpoint. We've never seen someone really go about it 365 days a year on preparation, on how am I gonna get ready, how am I gonna get ready to play my best football. That's the way he prepares.
Hold up. Limitless. Niggas to me cap pinning it.
This is Pennington's successor, Byron Leftwich, his first start. The first play from scrimmage. Never get a second chance to make a first impression, and escapability looks pretty good. I think Leftwich is going to be all right. 42 yards. Yes, no question about that. Good job by the Zebras keeping control. Leftwich, meanwhile, maintains his cool. Darius Watts, Marshall, 49-45.
4 targets to choose from. He will float this one for Marriott. Gathers it in for...
Who else wants some? They say my D-line didn't exist. Bullshit.
It's my favorite thing.
It's time to get nasty. It's time to get nasty. Let's go.
That's the Heisman Trophy right there. Would you like to win that tonight?
I'll tell you what, let's see if I can sneak out of here with it now.
I wanna put on my.
Hey Buff family, this is Coach Shermer with CU Football.
Hey Buff family, this is Coach Livingston with CU Football.
Today is CU Buffs All In, our annual day of giving.
Your investments ensure our student athletes have the resources to have success on and off the field.
Make your gift today, and let's show the world what it means to be Buffs All In.
On behalf of CU Football and CU Athletics, thank you, and we look forward to seeing you back at Folsom Field soon. Go Buffs!